Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs, solopreneurs to overcome the challenge of work life balance, burnout, break bad, old, unhealthy, negative habits, behaviors, build new habits, create new rituals, new routines. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is how this powerful habit can transform your life and your business. I used to be this person where I used to wake up every day, every week, every month. I used to wake up every day in the morning and I would still just think about lackness, what is missing, what is wrong about my life, how boring my life is, how unhealthy I am, how much lack and missings I have in my life. I was waking up in the morning every single day. I would wake up feeling, thinking negatively about my life, about anxiety, about the negative side, about everything. And this kept going for months, for years. Why? Because I had this bad habit of just thinking and feeling negatively about life, about what is missing, about lacking, about what I don't have, what I'm missing, what I should have, why my life is not different, why my life is not changing, why am I stuck in my life? And I was ignoring all the blessings, all the God-given gifts, all the great things, all the wonderful things, all the special things in my life, in my personality. And this kept going for months, years, and I was feeling terribly about my life. Wherever I went, what places I attended, what people I met, I would always feel and think negatively, like I was living a terrible life. And my thoughts, my old thoughts, negative emotions, feelings, they were following me everywhere. Wherever I went, I had the same thoughts, same belief, same bad habits, same unhealthy, negative thoughts, feelings, emotions. They were following me everywhere. Why? Because I had this bad habit that I have built in my subconscious mind, in my body. I had conditioned my body to be victim, to be unhealthy, to be feeling bored, feeling lackness, missings in my life. And until I realized and I needed to change my thinking. I need to change the way I feel. I need to I needed to start my life transformation journey. So this powerful habit transformed my life. It made me realize that I was living a very terrible life. I was thinking wrongly, I was feeling wrongly. So I made the decision that from now on I am going to start this powerful habit, and I know my life will not be a sunshine and rainbow overnight, but for just after starting this habit, after building this habit and repeating it and practicing this habit for a long period of time, for weeks, months, I realized that my life will transform. Because when we are feeling and thinking negatively about our life, what we bring, what we end up attracting into our life, it's just misery, it's just boring life. We end up attracting just what is missing, what is wrong about life, negativity. We bring so much lackness, we bring so many bad habits, we bring limited belief, we create those bad negative patterns in our life. So those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, they run in an autopilot mode in our life. So once I became aware of that bad habit, I started to build this new habit, this powerful habit, which is gratitude. I started to always practice every day. I wake up in the morning. I added it into my morning routine and my evening routine, where I write down things that I'm grateful for, and I practice gratitude every day, twice, every day, every week, every month. And I would write down in my journaling things that I feel blissful, that I feel lucky, that I feel grateful for. So, in this episode, I'm going to talk about this topic, and then I will share with you some practical tips, strategies that will help you transform your life, that will help you bring more success, more health, more happiness, more blessings, more things, more gifts that you will going to discover that you didn't know about them before. So this powerful habit is going to transform your life and your business. So many entrepreneurs, they end up in this trap where they're constantly feeling about lackness, about what is missing. Oh, I don't have those clients, I don't have that contract, I haven't built my company, I don't have that luxury car, I don't own that luxury house, I'm not gaining referrals, I'm not getting results, I'm not gaining more clients, I'm not as successful as others. See, I used to be this person too. I used to wake up every day, every single day in the morning, and this kept going for years. Every day, I would say the same things. I would talk negatively about myself. Oh, I'm lacking that ability. I'm lacking that skills. Oh, I'm not good in public speaking. I'm not good on those things. I'm not creative enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I don't have that house. I don't have that car. Why am I not successful? Why am I failure? Why my life is not changing? And this mindset, this weak mindset, those negative self-talks and self-feelings, they just build same life for you. That's why when you look back at your previous days, previous weeks, previous months, previous years, you would notice that those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, that old version of you brought you the same life. You would not see any change. Like if you evaluate your previous months, years, weeks, days, if you make evaluation, you would notice they are the same. Nothing has changed in your life. You haven't seen any more progress. Why? Because you kept thinking the same way, feeling the same way, and always thinking about lackness, always comparing yourself with others, always focusing on what is missing, and you put so much energy on these negative things, and this is what you get every day, every week, every month, every year. You get the same outcome. You experience the same life because you have focused so much on what is missing, what you don't have, what you're lacking, instead of thinking, feeling about how blissful you are, about how lucky you are, how grateful you are in your current situation. So that's why so many entrepreneurs, they make this mistake where they start that business, they plan to build that company, they have set goals, dreams, but they're constantly thinking, feeling, oh, this is not working, or I'm not gaining clients as much as others, I'm not growing my company or my business just like others. Why don't I have that car? Why don't I have that company? Why am I not making a big revenue? See, all these things that will bring you more of that because you're putting so much energy on lackness, on what is missing. So avoid this mistake and stop this self negative talk. Instead, reverse engineer your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and guide them, focus them on your future, on your blessings, on your God given gifts, on your character, on your habits, on what you are good with. So some of the things that you are good at, some other people don't have it, so you have it. So that's why you should be grateful. And the other thing that I want to talk about is when we try to build that company or build that business, we need to focus our energy, our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions on our outcome, on what we are trying or working on accomplishing. So if you're constantly saying to yourself that, oh, this is not going to work, or I think I don't own that luxury house, or I don't have that ideal business strategy. So when you're doing this, you are being off track. You are moving away from your goals, from your dreams. But when you program your subconscious mind, when you condition your body to remind yourself about, yes, maybe things are not working now, maybe you don't have those ideal clients, maybe you haven't signed that contract yet, maybe you haven't created those programs or those digital courses, but when you feel grateful about yourself, you are conditioning your body to make more success, to make more opportunities, to bring more happiness, more healthy life, more successful life into your life. So that's why so many entrepreneurs, they do it wrongly. They are constantly thinking about what is missing, what is lacking, what is not working, about their past failures, about their past obstacles, challenges, setbacks that they have met before in their past. But when you focus on your future and you remind yourself that you are grateful, you become more creative, you become more better problem solver, because you are focusing your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions on the things that you want, not on problems, not on things that are not working currently, not on what is missing, what you're lacking. So make sure you do that. And I used to be this person too. I used to always wake up in the morning and tell myself that, why am I not successful? Why am I feeling stuck? Why am I feeling stagnant? And this bad habit brings me same messages, because the universe answers to us with the same messages that we send to the universe. So when you thinking and constantly feeling negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, you're sending wrong messages, wrong signals to the universe, because the universe answers you with the same messages, with the same signals. So make sure that you put positive energy, make sure that you send positive signals, messages to the universe, and the universe will bring you more success, more abundance. And that's why so many entrepreneurs, they make this mistake of thinking about lackness instead of abundance, because when you are feeling and thinking about the abundance, you are drawing your future success towards you. You are drawing that future experience into your life. You are bringing it into your life. So when you are thinking positively and feeling positively in your body, and remind yourself that you are so grateful that you have all the resources, that you have all the God-given gifts, that you have all the great things in your life, and life will bring you more of that. So that's why it's very important that we know what we should be focusing on, and avoid what is not working, what is not bringing us more health, more happiness, more successful life. And the other thing that I want to talk about is when you remind yourself about how grateful you are, how blissful you are, how lucky you are, about all the wonderful things that you have in your life, you will create more of that. You will bring even more. So when you remind yourself that you have a great health. So odds are when you wake up in the morning, you feel healthy, you feel lucky, you feel rich in being healthy because you are putting your energy focusing on how grateful you are to be healthy, to be able to spend time with your family, to be able to wake up in the morning, implement your morning routine, work on those goals, on those dreams. Focus your energy on your health. Remind yourself that I am healthy. I love my health. I am improving my health. Right now, I'm working on my habits. Right now, I'm building a better version of myself. I'm transforming my life. So, when you're doing this, you're practicing gratitude and you will bring more healthy life. You will improve your health. So, this is very important point. And the other thing that I want to talk about when it comes to feeling grateful, that we should be so lucky. We should be so grateful because we live in a world, we live in a time where there are so many resources that life is much easier than it used to be before. We should be so grateful, so blissful on all the services that we have, on our family that we have in our life. We should be grateful for the friends, for the people that we have in our life, the people that they smile at you, the people that they help you, they support you, they stand for you, they show you their love, their care, they show you how much they care about you, how much they believe in you. So you should be so grateful. You should build this habit of constantly reminding yourself that you are rich of having those people in your life, that you are not alone, that you have people in your life, they are willing to support you, to stand for you. They're showing you how much they love you, how much they care about you, how much they believe in you. They send you messages, they invite you for their events, for their birthday parties, they invite you for lunch, for dinner, they invite you for their events. So this is how grateful you should be, because there are so many people in this world who are lonely, who don't have families, who are not married. And one example is me. I don't have a family. I'm immigrant here in Sweden, and I left my family 11 years ago, and I haven't seen my family through all these years. So I do have friends, I do have wonderful families in my life. So this reminds me about how blissful, how grateful, how lucky I am, how blissful I am to have this in my life, because so many people don't have so many friends, they don't have so many families, they're disconnected from their world, and they're feeling lonely and isolated in their community, maybe at work, maybe at their home. So constantly reminding yourself by repeating this positive, powerful habit of gratitude, you remind yourself, I am so grateful of having these people in my life, because I know whenever I need help, because I know whenever I meet them, I get so much positive energy generated from these people. I love my life. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my business. I enjoy working. I enjoy setting goals, accomplishing goals, and making wins. So you should always remind yourself that you are rich right now, even if you haven't built wealth in your business until now. But you are already rich, you are already grateful in your life. And the next thing that I want to talk about is feeling grateful makes you a healthy person. Feeling grateful or doing gratitude practice increases your creativity. It makes you a better problem solver. It helps you improve your services, your products, your program, because you are focusing your energy on what you are grateful for instead of thinking about missings, instead of feeling stressed, overwhelmed about not having built that business or not have grown that company. So when you feel grateful, you are enhancing, you are improving your healthy life, and you become more happier, you become more healthier, you become more creative. You are able to help people solve their problems and their struggle. You are able to help them overcome their challenges, their obstacles, what they are struggling with. So feeling grateful help you build relationships, good positive relationships, and it strengthens your relationships with your clients, with your partners, with your teams, because you are using your energy on positive things. You are using your energy to transform your life. And when you transform your life, when you improve your life internally, you are improving and transforming other people's life as well. So this is what this powerful habit makes in your life. It makes you feel healthier, more positive, more happier, more fulfilled, more successful. So why would you waste your time, your energy on lackness, on what is missing, instead of focusing your energy, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions on gratitude, on how grateful you are, because you will bring so much success, you will bring so much achievements, you will bring so much progress into your life, you will improve your life and your family's life. And I will tell you an example or a story of that I experienced recently, and it reminded me about how grateful I should be, how blissful I should be about this big gift from God. So it was like 2 3 weeks ago. I woke up very early in the morning and I wanted to start my morning routine at the gym. So this is what I usually do. I start my morning routine first at the gym, and then I do journaling, and then I do meditation, and then I do praying, and then I do affirmation, and then I write down my goals. So I implement all these rituals during my morning routine. So a while ago or few weeks ago, I went to the gym and my intention was to do my workout or training. So that day I was gonna train my legs and my arms. So I usually do like pull-ups and some arm practices or workouts, and then I usually do some squats or burpees, or I do running on a treadmill machines too. So while I was preparing to do my squats, so I needed to carry a weight. I had a weight that was like 25 kilos, so I needed to carry that weight so I can put it on the bar and start doing some squats. But what ended up happened is that while I was carrying that weight and it was a little heavy, I used a wrong posture body. So I had to bend my knees and I had to look down, and then I tried to carry that weight without having a straight body or looking up. So I felt something went wrong in my back and it was so painful, like it hurt me so bad. So I had to throw away the weight, and it made a big sound in the gym because it was a little heavy. And I stopped, like I was barely able to move my body. I couldn't run, I couldn't do other movements, so I had to stand still. So what I did is I just picked up everything and stopped training, and then I biked back home. So I had to stop my training and my workout because I was so worried, so afraid that I have injured my back and it could be a serious injury. But Thank God I went home after 1 week, 2 weeks. I got recovered. I used some practices. I stopped training. I took some rest, relaxation during those weeks, and then I cured myself, and that injury is gone now. But that day when I went home, I was barely able to take a shower. I was barely able to do my work because I couldn't I couldn't sit on a chair. I couldn't lay down. I, I was barely able to take a shower. Like it felt so uncomfortable because my back was hurting me. I had a very bad injury in my back, so I was blocked from doing free movement. So after that happened, oh my God, when I looked back at my previous life, my previous days, the trainings, the workouts that I had done previously or before, the work that I was able to do every day, the movement, the flexibility in my life that I was able to bike, to go and visit my friends, to go buy some grocery. When I looked back at those days, I felt so emotionally sad because I was reminded that, Muhammad, you had a very wonderful life. You had an amazing, incredible life. You have such an amazing body. You are healthy. You were able to move everywhere, whenever you want, wherever you want. You could work whenever you want, wherever you want. You could do your practice, your training, your workout, whenever, wherever, however. I reminded myself that I was so free. I had this freedom that I could move my body however I want, whenever I want, wherever I want. I did not have anything wrong in my life, but I ignored feeling happy. I ignored feeling healthy. I ignored being grateful for the health that I have, for the body that I have, for the free movements that I have, for that flexibility. And when that incident happened at the gym, it reminded me that you've been very, very lucky. You've been very, very rich. You've been very, very grateful in your life. But we humans, when something goes wrong, or when a business fails, or when we fail in our business or in our projects, we start to feel so negatively, thinking so negatively about life, but we ignore, we forget about how grateful we are. So, since that incident, I started to every day, twice, I would remind myself about all the blessings that I have in my life. Like waking up in the morning and be able to work, that is a big blessing in your life, and you should be grateful for. The food, the meals, the drinks that you get whenever you want, wherever, however, that is a big blessing in your life that you should be grateful for. The movement, the flexibility, the free body that you have, that you could use your body whenever, wherever, however you want, when you are training, when you are practicing, when you are working, when you are spending time with your friends, when you are outdoor walking. This should be a big blessing in your life, and you should always remind yourself about how grateful you are. The people that you have in your life. There is a place that is so beautiful. It has like so amazing nature that I go, that I visit twice a day because I love it. Every time I go to that nature place, every time I visit that nature place, I would remind myself about how grateful I am when I see those colors, when I see those beautiful natural colors, all these trees, the green areas, the hills, the sunshine, the blue sky, the beautiful birds, animals that I see when I go to that, when I go visit that place. It reminds me about how grateful I should be, how lucky I should be, how blissful I am. It feels like a paradise. I should be so grateful for this life, for this beautiful environment that I have in my life, that I get to move my body, take a walk, and visit that place. And when I come back home, I feel so emotionally happy. I almost want to cry for this beautiful, for this wonderful, for this amazing life that I have. Because some countries, even they don't have what we have here in the Western countries. For example, I'm an immigrant. I come from a country called Iraq, and I immigrated from my home country 11 years ago to here to Sweden. And I always remind myself about how grateful I should be for having this life in Sweden, because I get to work, I get to study, I have so many opportunities. I get to work on my business, I get to achieve my goals, my dreams. But when I was living back in my home country, I went through at least 4 wars. There were so many wars, fightings, battles, so much violence, so much fighting. So it doesn't matter how talented you are, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how many goals you set, it doesn't matter what dreams you are following. You always have a terrible life there, and you can't accomplish your goals. You can't do what your love, what your heart loves or follows. But here in the Western countries, we should be so grateful for this life, for all these services, the water, the electricity, the ceiling that you have that is covering you from raining, from snow, from a hot sunshine, all these services, all these products, the internet, all this food, all these blessings that we have, all these people, these friends, the families that we have in our life. It should remind us that we are living very, very wonderful, blissful life, and we should be grateful for. Because when you feel grateful for your life, you will live a happy, fulfilled, healthy life. But if you are focusing, if you are ignoring all these blessings, all this wonderful life that you have in your life, you are just falling back to your old version, and you have this old bad habit where you are constantly thinking, feeling about negativity, about what is not working, about what is missing, about what you don't have. And comparison is the enemy of happiness, because whenever you compare yourself with others, when you don't feel grateful for what you have, and you always focus on what you don't have. Why? Because you look at others, oh, they have that business, I don't have that business. They have built that company, I don't have that built company. They have made a revenue, I haven't made any revenue, I haven't gained any clients. When you are thinking and feeling like this, your next week, your next month, your next year will be exactly the same. Instead, stop comparing yourself with others, because comparison blocks creativity, blocks happiness, blocks healthy life, blocks so many opportunities. So when you are feeling grateful about your life, even about your current business, you are bringing more success, more opportunities into your life. I promise you, if you practice this gratitude powerful habit, you will transform your life. You will break through in your business. You will achieve your goals. You will reach those dreams. So, some practical tips for you to start your life transformation journey and transform your business. Every day you wake up in the morning, remind yourself about at least 3 things that you feel grateful for. And whenever you wake up in the morning, and when you do your morning routine and your evening routine, reflect on 2 3 things that you feel grateful for. Maybe the type of person you are. Maybe you are grateful for this family that you have in your life. Maybe you are grateful for the progress that you have made so far in your business, in your company. So write down, add this gratitude habit in your journaling, in your meditation. when you do your morning routine, when you implement your evening routine, where you are doing gratitude journaling, you are reminding yourself about things that you are grateful for. And every day when you wake up in the morning, instead of thinking about what is not working, about past failures, mistakes, bad habits that you have done before, replace all these thoughts, all these feelings, emotions with gratitude. Remind yourself how grateful you are, because when you wake up in the morning and when you start your day with gratitude, odds are you will have a great day. You will have a wonderful day when you remind yourself about how grateful you are, because you are programming your subconscious mind. You are building this powerful habit in your body, in your subconscious mind, reminding yourself about how lucky you are, how rich you are, how blissful you are, how gifted you are, how wonderful you are, how amazing you are, how incredible you are. So, and every day when you end your day after a work or typical work day, remind yourself about what you are grateful for. Like, even if you had a tough day and things didn't go well during that typical day, but still remind yourself about what, tell yourself that what am I grateful for this day, even though things didn't go very well. What can I be grateful for this day? So when you go to bed, you feel happy, you feel fulfilled, you have this energy in your body that you're feeling so happy, so lucky, so grateful in your life, and you are improving your life. That's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching or listening to this content, and I am doing my best to share with you many insights, tips, strategies about building habits, about breaking old bad habits, about creating routines, about transforming your life so you can break through in your entrepreneurial journey. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and I can't publish a new episode. Bye, everyone. That wasn't bad. Oh my.